watch him as he played. It's the only way it works. Like, coaching any other way won't work because I'll be in the game too and I'll have to play. I mean, a replay review would work, but like, this is a little better because it's more current, you know? Alright, he's only actually level 1, level 2. But this is like, yeah, this is like a minute or two behind. This is like 2 minutes behind. Okay, so right here in lane, I see you almost got her killed, but like, you don't want to play aggro like that when you're low. You want to play as safe as possible if you get that low. Right here, Greystone's going in like really hard. I would just drop a right mouse button if you had it up. Otherwise, just like back out, you know. Just follow him in game. I am. But like, I'm pretty sure he's like an extra minute in. Agora could be wrong. This could be pretty close to current. That's why there looks like lag and stuff. So right here, because you started wards, I'd say just back. There's like no point in staying. Oh my god, what is going on? So the wards start. You're lagging in the beginning? Alright. The wards start. You gotta play like extra safe. I see you took a lot of like poke at some point early on here. And when there's these two people here, you just gotta play really deep into this tower. Because if Greystone gets like an easy leap and he doesn't have to go too deep. Right here when they're on these minion waves, just toss everything. Kill them. Kill them all. Like, ooh, it was close. But like, they just tanked so much minions. Like, an auto attack might have killed one of them. You know, like, follow, die, inspect. Oh my gosh. It's all good that you didn't get those though. I mean, as long as you're not dead and you're able to like keep farming, like that's the most important part. Maybe I might adjust the deck for you after this game too. Like that might be a thing because not everyone can get away with starting like a 3-point ward. I've been playing for so long that I can easily do it, but I gotta go back and like check what happened earlier. Game. No, I'll go 4 times still. Alright, right here. You can't go up in their minions like that. That's like the mistake you made, I guess. Just never go into a minion wave. I just said minion wave. Never go into a minion wave when you have no minions because you're just gonna soak up all the damage. Like, it's just not good. Yeah, going to live is just like rip, dude. Rip the dream. So right here, your Chimera is like in the jungle over here trying to kill her. I would keep an eye on that in case he fails. Like you have to go and secure that kill. But now he's dead because their Chimera is like showing up. It's pretty rough, but I mean, there's not much you could do unless like their Chimera chases yours. You'd want to like use your abilities to try and save them. Other than that, don't do too much with that. I do notice that you don't have any wards up right now. Best ward to put up would be one on that shadow pool, or just like one on that giant stone right there on the left side. Either way, like you just need a ward because you started wards. It looks like this rampage is coming behind you at level 3. I don't really understand what he's doing. This should be a free kill for you. Like this guy's just eating tower and you didn't see him even though he was on the minimap. You need to pay way more attention to your minimap. That was a really good use of your ult. But you didn't have to ult if you noticed him under your tower. So just kind of keep like looking at your minimap like every like 10 seconds, maybe less. Like eventually it'll become second nature and you'll just realize whenever you see like an orange spot on your minimap, it's gonna catch your eye and you'll just be like, holy shit, what's this rampage doing under my tower? Like you always want to see like your side of the minimap. especially when you're last hitting. Like, your eye should almost always be on the minimap while last hitting. But that was a good use of the ultimate, for sure. Alright, got your ward down. That isn't the best ward location. It is alright because you don't have to go far. I would say you're better off putting it in the shadow pool just to scare junglers away. If they walk into it, they might leave, noticing you have a ward down. Otherwise, they won't even know you have a ward. I mean, sure, that is, but it's right here. You drop drone in the middle of the lane. You have to drop that on the side of the lane. If you drop that in the middle of the lane, it gets torn up. Another thing, if you had enough mana, you don't even have your Q yet. So I told you to max right mouse button and then E, but it should be you should be grabbing your Q at either level 3 or 4, because you don't want to start maxing your E until your Q is maxed. I mean, not your Q. You don't want to start maxing your drone until your, what is it called, like something bomb is maxed. I can't read ability names right here, but you know, your right mouse button has to be maxed first before you start maxing your E. Otherwise, you have no CC. And CC is very valuable. Like, you might have been able to save Chimera if you had mana and you had that up. So next chance you get to grab Q, I would just grab Q. Right here, you ate a rock, doesn't really matter. He basically put his rock on cooldown. You should thank him for that. But I mean, just take it as like you're allowed to play aggro. Yeah, right here, I wouldn't auto attack the minions like until they're gonna die, but I mean, it doesn't hurt too much. Yeah, you really need to grab that E, like next level up. I know I'm probably like a couple minutes behind you, so it's alright. Right here, you're trying to back. I think you should have stayed because this rampage is probably going to push your tower in. You typically want to be like the last person to back in your lane unless you're about to die. But you were full health and you had enough mana for a right mouse button, so I think you really would have been fine. Like, a lot of what I'm teaching right now is like how to play without pots too. If you're able to play without pots, I think it's really good for mages. The words to start is just so good. But I mean, who knows? Maybe you'll even like end up doing pots and like the one cost ward. But the word start's just really good right now. It'll be even better on the new map, in my opinion. You might first back and get like tokens though, but I don't know. Finishing an item always has more value. This rampage burned his jump. Now his rock's burned. You could technically just drop right mouse buttons on him, try and get him low. If you get him low enough, you might auto attack him a couple times and ult him and he could die. But of course it is a rampage. Your chances of killing him are really low because you're a mage. And rampage just laughs at mages if there's only one of them. But I mean, Bellica is a burst mage, so he really should be like more careful than he is. Right here he's going full aggro. I would right mouse button. Yep, that was good. Good job. Rip your Q. Oh, I would not ult him, like... So, you want to save your ult until you're going to go for a kill. If there's no kill potential, I would not use it whatsoever. But, like, if you're with your team, ulting someone before they're dead, like, might be alright. But if you're in a lane, you typically don't want to ult unless you're... like in range of killing your enemy. Right here you want to right mouse button. Get close enough to right mouse button him before you drop travel mode. As soon as you start auto attacking, your travel mode is gone. So I would just run at him more. If he doesn't run, drop the right mouse button and then start autoing. That way you have lots of kill potential. So yeah, your teammate's on the tower. I would be on it with them. It would give you more CXP. I think it's 100 CXP globally, but if you're like participating, it's like 500 or 600 or something. It's really nice. Right here, I see you're rotating mid. It's really good rotation. You might be able to get the kill. You don't have your ult up. If you did have your ult, that would be the freest kill of your life. But you don't, so, well, she got away anyways. Your phase scared her away. I don't know if you pinged or not, but in that kind of scenario, I probably wouldn't drop a ping to your teammate just because you want to be kind of greedy. You want that kill. I mean, sure, if they can keep him there, it would have been fine. I do see they had no wards on the map. In their build, there's also no wards. No one on the other team. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. No wards. Only the howitzer on the other team has wards. So you're doing your team like a lot of work by providing wards. So mid and late game, you're gonna want to put wards like in the entrances to your jungle. Maybe even deep in your jungle if your jungle gets taken by the other team here and there. That was a good time to back. You should be back to lane in time. Your team is fighting mid. Oh yeah, they got that. So this Iggy is just doing whatever he wants, it seems. But yeah, you did back like a little late, so like they are gonna get damage on this. I don't think it should be gone. When you get here, if there's ever a siege minion, always kill the siege minion first. Drop your drone. Had to be dropped. CC him. Ult him now. There you go. You got the kill. Alright. I didn't have to say anything. But you did. You should have dropped your drone before ulting him at some point. That's my biggest suggestion. Because if he goes for that leap, your drone zaps him. He's dead. Like, so... Next time, you want to make sure that drone goes out. Drone should always be your first ability, unless you're trying to line up your right mouse button. Then use that first. But otherwise, like the drone is your strongest ability. So right now, one of your teammates just died. Your other teammate's dying, but they're playing really badly. They shouldn't be there at all. They didn't get any damage, so I mean, you're best off doing what you're doing. So right here, they're killing your minions. Now vision drops. Now you don't know where they are. Okay, you're backing up. You're doing good. Because you really don't want to like overextend when you can't see the enemy team. So Iggy even knew like to get out. I don't know if he's gonna get out in time, but like you just really have to back in those scenarios. This Iggy got so lucky. And this Chimera is really greedy on your team. You still don't see the counters, so I mean, best thing I'd say for you to do, go over into your jungle, start farming stuff. You can't really farm your lane. Your lane's pushed up too much. Get blue buff. Farm these level 3 camps. This is how you start getting fed. It's sitting mid game at 15 minutes. You want to start farming those jungle camps because as a mage, you can kill them really fast. This is also a good play to rotate mid, clear mid, but you could have been killing the jungle camps and then showing up over here. So you could have got even more farm in a sense. This wave is a little greedy to push up, but you do have 2 members of your team. But because there's 4 of you here now, you're not getting that much card experience. There's almost no point to clear that wave and back because the best rotation was either to defend left or to just go and farm jungle camps because, well, right here, you probably should have just went with your team. I do see you going back to lane, but your team decided they wanted to keep pushing. You should stay with them to help them out, make sure they don't die, maybe get some kills out of it yourself. Because your team is, I mean, they're not doing terrible, but if you were there, that would have netted some kills. Like, because it was obvious that the enemy team had 2 people in the left lane, so you would have been fine pushing 3-man mid. At the most, it would have been a 3v3. Just gotta have faith in yourself to finish off enemies. Clearly, the Siggy is like doing some crazy shit. So, pretty ridiculous. Right now you're pushing right lane. That's alright to push right lane. You don't have any wards in their jungle though, so it is kind of sketch. I would put a ward right in the shadow pool, like at the start of their jungle, and then back by their harvester. Like you want to ward like back by their harvester in blue area if you're gonna push up that far. That way you know when they're about to be there, and you can just start running, getting in travel mode. But your Chimera is playing very aggressive on the other side of the map, so it's pretty safe to keep pushing. You want to always keep your eyes on your teammates and your enemy team. Count the amount of enemies that could possibly show up. The number is 1 right now, which is here. He did show up. It is Greystone. He's the only one that could possibly show up and defend this lane from you, because 2 people were dead and 2 were left. So, I mean, I'm pretty confident in anyone being able to handle a Greystone ganking them. He doesn't have any CC. He's got 1 mobility skill. You have a CC, so you can kill out his mobility in a sense by just CCing him afterwards. You did pretty good there. That was fine. But like I said, like just gotta farm jungle more. I don't think anyone is killing these jungle camps, and to be honest, like the biggest thing that most people don't take advantage of is the jungler not farming the jungle. The jungle is broken right now. Everything levels up, and if it levels up, it means there's just CXP waiting to be gathered. This blue is level 3. That is a ton of CXP. That's like almost a whole card level. Just this one camp. Get all these camps, that's like 2 card levels sitting in your blue side of the jungle. You could be a lot farther ahead than you are right now. I see you have the 2nd Staff of Adamant. Alright. That's alright. I mean, I did suggest going the Wellspring Staff, but since you went that, you can get the Blink Charm with your next 6 points, so it all works out. Either way, it's fine. Unless that's your 12 cost. It could be your 12 cost. It's alright if it is, though. Just know that Blink Charm will be awkward to buy. Good use of your abilities on the camp. Always want to use them like over and over until that camp dies. I usually just spam autos on the big minion the whole time while I'm spamming abilities on the other ones. So right here, Rampage and Howitzer are aggressively pushing down mid. Your team hasn't rotated yet. I would probably take the safe way to mid unless this Countess gets there first, which she did. So you could definitely take the aggro route. Throw out your drone as you're going out there. As long as you always start with your drone, you're almost guaranteed to net some damage over like dying. Like always start drone. That's good drone because it's out of the range of the fight. Right here, you're drawing attention to your drone by walking towards it. This is why I usually say to set it on the side. But I mean, the middle worked. So, I mean, it's alright. Like, just as long as you drop that drone, like, that's good. Right here, I might have ulted that Rampage. I don't know if you had enough damage on your ult, but it could have just got you the kill. That's good ult. Good ult. Right here, I would definitely chase down the Howitzer. He's not in travel yet. Faye got a big catch on him, so he's done. Best play here is to either shove down mid or go for prime. But depending on like how the team communicates, I would spam ping prime. If they don't want to do that, just go back right lane, start farming again. Like that's probably what you're doing right now. But if you got 2 enemies dead, I would usually spam ping prime, because if you get that prime down, you get to do whatever you want basically with your team afterwards. I do see you split from your team. Your team is killing Greystone. You can't see Chimera, but he's about to show. So Chimera shows, you're 1v1ing their assassin. So best tip, keep that drone up. As long as that's up, do whatever you want. But once the drone falls down, play super careful, because this shit can go super aggro on you like really easily. And you don't have ult up for 5 seconds. But when you do have ult up, you can kill her easily. Don't let her get in melee range. You want to do something before she does that. I think you're fine right there, though. That was good. That was a good job. But in the future, if someone's getting into travel mode, auto. You do not want them to be able to rush on you as a melee. You're giving them engage advantage. Like, they don't actually have an engage because they used it before. So just try and land something on them to prevent them from getting like the full run on you. That way you can get some extra damage before you ulted right there. It would have, like, your ult just would have instantly killed them. Been a lot more satisfying of a kill. Most of your team went back. This is good. You're farming the jungle. Really good job. Like, this gets you so far ahead if you're ahead already. And if you're not ahead, you might be behind. It gets you in the game. Farming this shit gets you in the game. This is why I don't like jungling too much, because I think there's a lot more like interesting things you can do while laning, like steal your jungler's farm. But jungling is also like really good, but I do fall behind in card XP because at higher like levels of play, people start stealing my jungle all the time. That's when I have to counter jungle as jungler. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, the jungler shouldn't need as much CXP as the rest of the team. Usually they have more damage to secure kills and shit. So don't worry about taking your jungler's farm. You're gonna help win the game by getting this card XP. Your team is fighting mid, so after you back, you either want to clear left lane or you want to go mid. Those are like both really good options. Neither really has more weight right now because I think your team like has handle over mid already, so either's a good choice. Going right lane, probably not a good choice, but I mean it is another option, so there is that. Yeah, your team's like chasing down kills right now. It's alright to chase kills when they're free, but you just don't want to chase if it's like the enemy going across the map. Like I said, best play was to either join them immediately, but you join them kind of slow, and now your left lane is just dying for you coming to join your team. So because you joined slow and you didn't like help with kills immediately, it would have just been better to go over to left lane and push it out. If you see a lane pushing towards you, you always want to go and clear those. Your team might not go and clear those at these like kind of games, so I'd almost make minions your top priority for your specific like elo / MMR matchups. You're gonna want to clear minions over joining a team. Your team might not always like have the best choice because right now your team is still grouped and their left lane is still pushing into your base, and soon their right lane is also going to be, that's not even the map, soon their right lane is also going to be doing the same thing. Yeah, it's not looking too good right now for your other lanes other than mid, and even mid lane it looks like the fight's about to go a little sour. That's a really good drone. Your team's doing really good right here. I need to watch you. I don't know why I'm not watching you. I'm going back a little bit. Right here. Speeding it up a bit. Use drone. Really good drone. You're on. Nice. Really good ult. You always want to kill vampires first. Really good. Because vampires regen. Should have gone left. You'll see. Yeah, I know. Oh no, dude. Left is so ripped. So, yeah, this game is just showing like the biggest priority for you always, no matter what role you're playing in your games, should be your biggest concern should be clearing waves and killing these minions, because these two minions right here, these things called siege minions, they're really fat. They do like so much damage, like a percentage of damage every hit to the tower, so that thing just doesn't last. Luckily you're rotating right in time to save that. I don't know, that tier 2 might be ripped too, but this kind of sucks that I can't do like a live like thing, but I mean it's still like, let me know, give me feedback afterwards what you think. If you think I should just do like standard replay reviews after the deck build, like, I don't know, that could be the way we do it in the future. But for sure, like, minions should be your top priority for the rest of this match. You don't want them to kill your core. You do not want them to get any other inhibs. Um, I'm going to monitor what you do with this wave right here, and I'm going to tell you what to do in the future when the wave is that far push up. Well, you've got a teammate here. They probably don't know what a slow push is, so go ahead and clear. It's alright, but if they weren't here, I would say only kill the range minions in a wave, and it'll go the other way. The enemy team is grouping mid. It is bad that you guys are staying this long because the enemy team is just going to go for your tier 2. At best, you might be able to take their tier 2, but from where they are in mid lane, they get to your tier 2 way faster. So it's just not a good like base race. Right here, your Faye is doing a good job of wave clearing. Well, I thought she was. She's playing way too aggro. Doesn't have any abilities left to clear this wave. So I guess it's working out. You guys are getting some damage on that tier 2. Your Countess has no damage. So when you look at, you should hit tab like frequently throughout the game. You should constantly check like the builds of people, and if they don't build damage, like make note of that and don't even worry about helping them, because your Countess is essentially useless with the build they have. They should have damage built, but they don't, so they do hardly anything when they go in. It might as well be a meat shield or a meat bag, or like, you know, just don't worry about them. Like I was saying earlier, what cards do you have so far? You have Blink Charm, good. That's good. Those minions on the left, yeah. Pretty rough. What is going on right now? So you bought the 10 point, nice. And your build's looking pretty good right now. So this is like a power spike right here, because you've got most of your damage cards built already. You don't have any pen built. Let me check, see if you messed up, because I did say to get the pen instead of the staff of adamant, but you bought the staff of adamant a little early, so I mean it's alright, but I mean you're fine. There's only one person with like lots of energy armor right now. I mean your next item's definitely going to want to be the pen, but it is like the next item in the build anyways, regardless either way. Your team's all like doing things left lane. I would definitely push right. Maybe go for an inhib, but right here, I would just kill the range minions, don't kill the melees, and just walk away. Maybe if you were clearing the wave before this too, I would have done it there. Alright, so right here, just kill these range minions, don't kill the whole wave. By killing the whole wave, you're allowing your minions to advance a lot faster. It's fine, just for future, only kill the range minions if you're the only one in the lane, and you don't think anyone else is gonna, from your team, is gonna fuck with this lane. Like, only kill the range minions. That's how your inhib died. People killed the range minions and they left all the melees, and that shit just it bulges up and destroys everything. Like minion death balling. It is a thing. I see that your team just died on left lane. You now have no vision of anyone on the enemy team. It became a bad idea to push up. Good ward right here. You have really good. Well, the ward in the lane doesn't really do anything. This ward doesn't do anything. If you had a ward in their jungle a bit, that would be a really good spot to ward too, if you wanted to continue pushing. But yeah, it's fine. And right here, it's fine to clear these waves once they hit this like far into the enemy side. When they start getting close to the tower, then you can start clearing. But before that, you only want to kill range, and maybe just you can last hit the other ones if you want to farm the waves. Right here, honestly, I'd probably just go farm some jungle or group with your team mid. But your team really shouldn't be grouping mid right now because you have two teammates dead. It's just not a good idea, you know. Dude, I actually level with like 1 HP. Good job coming to clear left lane. right here. So big thing I want to point out, do not kite these into the core. You want these to stay out of the core as long as possible, because if they get in there, your core takes damage. Those siege minions have to be your top priority. Don't worry about the big ones. Worry about the siege minions. The siege minions with the big guns, like those things do the most damage. Right here, I want to suggest clearing out left more, pushing it out, kill all the small minions. You can leave the big ones. The big ones don't actually do anything. They just soak damage. So just worry about killing all the small ones in like a couple waves. It can actually start a slow push the other way if you do it like 2 or 3 waves in a row. Like, just clear all the small minions. It might start a slow push for you. So that's like the best thing here. This rampage is pushing mid. So probably mid to defend would be an option right now. They don't have prime. It is definitely a possibility, but I mean, your team's not really doing it either, so it's whatever. Right here, you are doing pretty good on this rampage. You didn't drop your drone, I don't believe, unless the cooldown's bugged for me. This is really bad positioning. You never want to stand at the edge of your tower. I'm gonna go back and look at this again, but you gotta work on this thing. There's no reason to go in front of the rampage like this. It doesn't benefit you at all. If he landed that rock, you were dead even faster. But yeah, you needed to land that drone in here at some point and put it like on the side of the lane. Like immediately drop a drone on the side of the lane, like maybe like on the stairs on the edge next to the tower. Like right here or right here if you're watching. If you're not, just the stairs next to the tier 2. And then you gotta watch the positioning. You can't go to the edge of your tower when your enemies are all trying to get it. It's just like asking them to kill you, because like towers don't do enough damage right now. If they take like 1 or 2 hits, they don't care. But if you were like next to the rampage, next to the tower, like around that area, you would have been fine. They would have had to take many hits to do something. And now because you've died, like the other team's gonna do whatever they want with the minions, because you're the only one that's gonna know enough about the minions to actually have a large impact. Because that's what I'm trying to teach you. Because that's probably the thing that's gonna help you guys the most is minion control if you're in these lower elo games. Because if you don't watch these minions, they'll take full advantage of the entire match. Hell, the minion control will help you all the way up into diamond. Like, I'm not even joking. There's people in diamond that don't even know. So it's just really, really good thing to do. So right here, when you respawn, yeah, left lane's a good choice. You do have one teammate down. I would keep that in mind. Just know that if you do try to fight, you should play so safe, like the safest you could possibly play. Yes, Axe Smasher. I don't want to do YouTube videos on that kind of stuff until new map. But yeah, you did pretty good by going left here. You're at 51 card points. I wouldn't worry about farming too much. You messed up though. I told you to get your pen and then get the ward last, but you got the ward now. So you're gonna have to sell your first ward and then get the pen. If you had the pen now, you would be penetrating their Countess and their Greystone. No one else actually has energy armor at the moment, but that's 2 people. And it would help you more than building the health. I don't really think you need the health too much. The enemy team doesn't really focus you unless your position's bad. So yeah, you would have been better off with the pen right now. Drop drone, drop. Yep, good. Good ult. Chimera lands his ult, and it's a kill. See? As long as you're not scared to ult, You get your team kills, good to go. Yeah, that's awesome, Sack Smasher. So, yeah, biggest thing I noticed is since you do have wards, you want to be warding your jungle a lot more because you have no tier 2s up and you're an inhib down. The other team has all their inhibs, so you want all your wards to go into the jungle. Like, you want so many defensive wards. Like, I mean, just drop your 2 wards and really in places with lots of intersections and you should be fine. Right here, you should keep clearing these waves in left lane. Kill all the small minions. Don't worry too much about the big ones. And it should start slow pushing. I'm actually gonna upload this video later to YouTube, if that's alright with Ernie. I wanna upload these. That's why they cost 10k, alright? But yeah. Doing pretty good here. Good job ignoring that minion. Start clearing the next wave. Don't be afraid to like leave your minions behind. Just start clearing waves like ahead of time. Your team is being sieged on the right lane, but you do have an Iggy. He seems to have things under control, so do what you're doing. You have wards behind you. You're pretty safe right now. 10k firepower, yeah, expensive. Yep, your right lane's definitely doing pretty good. So I would just rotate mid here because Rampage is pushing it. Doing red is very fine before you rotate because it's only level 1. Dies really fast this late in the game. But yeah, rush mid like ASAP. Don't worry about going behind this Rampage because you got to get there as fast as possible. Like, he is on your inhib. It might actually be too late already. Doing red might have lost you that. Alting is not a good way to start the fight on an alted Rampage. Save your ult until they're low. Unless they have like no regen mechanics, you know? Just stay near your drone. Stay near the drone. I think the drone ran up though, so you're good. That was alright, but I think like in the future, just don't do the red. If they're that far like up on your inhibs, just don't do the red. Like, it's just not a good idea. Why are my Twitch alerts just so fucked today? X Doom Shadow, thank you for that host. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome everyone from Doom Shadow stream. I am currently doing a coaching session for SSG Ernie. He bought it for 10k firepower. That's like a week's worth, by the way, so it's like a week's worth of stream watching. So thankful for him watching my stream this much. If you're interested in getting some of these, like, just save up your firepower instead of gambling it. But, you know, there's other stuff to do with it too, so enjoy. So right here, you are shoving the right lane. Your team is fighting mid. Just start that slow push and then leave right lane. I think you already started it. So I would just leave, leave right lane. It can slow push, it'll get to that tower. It'll take the tower on its own if you let it slow push. Like, you should be with your team, destroying these people, and trying to get your team, convince them to prime. Like, priming is like by far the most important play right now. Because if you prime, that means you get inhib, and then you can win the game. Like, prime is so broken. You just shove mid, win the game. Well, in this case, you'd probably shove right because you're slow pushing it already. But you got to convince your team to go prime after they get those kills. Like, right now, they're just chasing more kills. It's really tough when your team's just chasing kills. I mean, in a sense, like, you might just be better off killing people with them. That way, they can get prime or get inhibs, but it's pretty rough right now. Yeah, your team's just still fighting left lane. I mean, it's alright. but like your team just does so much fighting. Like I was saying earlier, like minions, because clearly people have no clue about minions. And when I'm playing Countess, I'm just farming minions. Like, I am farming minions into the late game because her wave clear is crazy. You could honestly do the same thing on Bellica. If these waves are pushed, like, okay, so look at the middle of the map. Like, Black Buff and Prime are like the middle. And towards your base from those, always, like, I'd say for the first 20 to 30 minutes, you can always just wave clear everything up to those lines and then back out, clear some jungle camps, and just get fed. But after the 30-minute mark, you want to make sure you're slow pushing like every wave. You don't want to have to be farming these constantly. Like, you just want to be farther in. Like, you're full build right now. There's no reason to even farm. Like, everything you should be doing at 40 minutes, if you're full build, is slow pushing. Obviously, you can't really slow push an inhib down wave super efficiently, but just kill him. That's like all you can really do. Leave the giant minion left. I think a lot of mistakes your team's making is just getting caught out. And here's that slow push over here. But if you're behind, I'm saying clear minions and clear jungle camps. See, the slow push you set up got you an inhib. See, I actually just impacted your game by telling you to slow push mid-game. This is... okay. We're just doing the coaching sessions forever. Fuck replay reviews, alright? I just got him an inhib. Alright. That's all we need in life, is inhibs. Inhibs win games. You need to make sure your team always has wards on Prime. You have wards. If your team isn't warding Prime, you need to ward Prime. This team is getting killed by Prime. It should be fairly obvious, like, that they are on Prime. If you were able to head over here in time, which you're not because you're on the opposite side of the map, you should be spam pinging this shit and getting your team over there because this shit's about to be low as fuck and this howitzer is about to be dead as fuck. Like, just ping this shit. Later! How much HP is this? What the fuck, dude? Harambe ain't dying today. Dude, that shit lived with less than 500 HP. And these knuckleheads are all sitting mid lane. I want you to spam Prime until your keyboard's broken. JK, no. I want you to spam Prime until it lets you, like, stops you from spamming Prime. Like, if you see someone get executed, they're on Prime. Like, get all over that shit. Huh? Like, you need your team to do shit. Like, you were spamming Prime?
Do you know who Roxas is?
Huh?
You went to school with him?
I'll talk to you later.
No, he was wearing a Link costume and his girlfriend was a Pikachu and he beat someone.
I'm in the middle of something.
He beat someone.
Uploading to YouTube and you're doing all this. Thanks. Oh. Can't even listen to what she's saying. Alright. Your team got Prime. Good job. Fucking sister walking in on me. Asks for charger and then starts bugging me. Ugh. Is this a replay? Dude, this game is going on right now. I am coaching him during his game to make him better so he can apply the stats I'm teaching him while he's still playing. You're doing really good right now. Just clear these minions, get another inhib. Well, technically, 2 enemies are down. You should just be spam pinging, attack right. You have Prime, you're healthy, your Chimera's got health, your team has health, spam ping, attack right. There's 2 people dead. Unless you think that you really have to go the safe way and go mid lane. But, like, you're just way better off, like, I don't know, it's just easier to just go for core on a lot of these games. And your Iggy is already right lane. So, you should just be trying to help him live and just win the game. Like, this is the easiest way to win, you know? Like, he's getting kills over here, or at least getting Greystone ults. Like, that counts for something, right? I mean, you're still playing alright. Like, you have Prime. You have so many options to do whatever you want with Prime. But I'm just saying, like, the easiest way to end the game, just go for the core. You killed some people, go for the core. Don't worry about the other inhibs. A lot of people mistake the inhibs as, like, actual physical objectives. But once you get one inhib, The core is open. It's open for the rest of the match. Winions are going in right now. They are going in. You're going to get core damage guaranteed already. This Rampage can't do anything. Like, I mean, I guess you just stopped all your siege minions because no one's right lane with them. But you got to do whatever it takes to benefit your push you just did here on this mid lane. And to be honest, I would fucking yellow dive this mid inhib with black buff if he doesn't go down. But your Faye knows what's up, so like you guys could have just won on this core if you went right lane with Iggy. So just spam ping right lane. I know spam pinging gets really annoying, I know guys, but sometimes you just gotta spam ping so people might notice it, you know, because you ping once, I don't even notice one ping sometimes, you know. It's just how it is. But you guys are coming back like real hard. It's really nice. Like, best thing I'd say right now, why can't I even see the duration of Prime left? Like, it's almost gone, I'm sure. Like, it's about to hit the halfway mark. Right here, like, if you kill like a couple people, I just keep fighting them. Keep them off of the minions that are going in their base in the right lane. Like, I don't know. They have people to wave clear though. You're doing good. You need to get that right mouse button on the ground all times on cooldown. Like, just spam that shit. Stay closer to the fight if your Iggy's still full health. You probably could have killed that Rampage with your ult. You probably still can, to be honest. Get him with that auto. Oh. Hot auto. Nope. Blink Charm. You should have Blink Charm killed him. Or Blink Charmed out here. One of the two. Like, Iggy's dying now because he felt your greed, your slight little bit of greed, and he got obliterated. But yeah, so since you guys are low, like definitely go back, clear out the blue and the red buff if your team's not going to do it, and just start pushing left lane. The other lane should be pushing on their own. Just shove that left lane up. When Prime's about to spawn, make sure your left lane is at least at the enemy's tier 1 position, and then go Prime. Like that Prime is so important this late in the game. It's ridiculous. I don't know why you stopped moving right now. I don't typically chat with my teammates too much unless you're telling them like the strat, but like it's just like it's a waste of time if like any type of like actual chatting goes on, any raging, any assault, any of that stuff. Don't worry about typing any of that. If your team's underperforming, don't tell them. Just like, is this howitzer black buff? You guys need wards in your jungle. They're really just debating like backdooring right now, and you guys don't even know it. Like, howitzer is legit AFK waiting to backdoor. He's just chilling. Game over. Want to spoil it? Alright. So you have one teammate down for a whole almost like a minute and a half right now. 2 enemies coming in your base. You only see 1. Now you should see 2 enemies coming in your base, and you should be backing now immediately to defend. You have to go and defend. Otherwise, you're just fucked, because these waves get really massive when there's an inhib down on both teams. I mean, Iggy's doing his thing. You got your Chimera wave clearing with him. This howitzer just really likes going for the back doors. It looks like he's actually going for it this time. This is why I said you should have backed. And it's looking really rough. I mean, Howitzer's not going to get this, but he's going to get some damage on it. That's like 10%, 15%, 20%, 30%. He just got 35% of your core down. Solo. Like, you can't be this far overextended in a lane if your base is open and you have no wards. Like 30% is a lot of damage to just like to not really punish a person. To be honest, like a good idea would be even to take black and backdoor their core. Like backdooring their core would work too. You just gotta like do it at some point, you know? Like their core is at like, I want to say it's 75% right now, roughly. Like that's backdoorable by you. I mean, it'd be rough, but you've got the pen, you've got full build. You'd be able to do it. Wasn't checking minimap. All right, like minimap checking, just prioritize that a lot more than you have been in the past. Like just try and get in the habit of looking at it every 10, 15 seconds. Just take a glance at it. Try and see where enemies are. See where your allies are. See what's going on. Just try and gather as much information as you can within like 1 or 2 seconds of looking at it. Eventually, you just look at it for like a split second, and you'll go back to whatever you're doing. But it's gonna take some practice. Yeah, that's like the biggest thing. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube afterwards, so you can look at it again, see what you might have did wrong, see what you did right. It'll help you out in the future. Hopefully, it helps other people out if that's alright with you. I mean, if you don't want it on YouTube, I'm still putting it up anyways. But yeah, all right. Yeah, your team's doing really good right here, but you have limited time. Their minions are encroaching on your core. Of course, yours are too. But if someone was coming for a backdoor now, if this howitzer was already in your base, but he was dead, so he couldn't be. If he was like with black, like you were done. Like that was a good job. You did really good. Like in my opinion, I think you carried your team. Like I would honestly say you carried your team. My ear's bugging me so much. But yeah, like from what I could tell, you straight up carried your team, man. That was a good job. Oh man, that was